I'll be real with you here. MSC Cruises, they have a bit of a reputation, don't they? I mean, depending on who you ask, of being either shockingly affordable or mysteriously misunderstood. Some people swear it's too cheap to be good. I've heard that now several times, believe it or not. And others, they tend to whisper that it's the cruise world's best kept secret. Here's the reality. MSC is one of the best vacation values on the planet, and if you know how to navigate their ships, their pricing tiers, and their included perks, I think you can unlock a level of experience that feels almost unfairly luxurious for what you paid. I've sailed MSC Seashore in the Yacht Club, the ship within a ship concept, out of Port Canaveral, and MSC's Seascape out of Miami in a standard balcony. And both cruises left me with one big takeaway. MSC is playing a different game, and the value for money is almost unmatched. I want to break down exactly why. I am the solo cruiser Wade Heath, and if you feel like my reporting and perspective bring you any sort of value, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thing, and I always want to make sure you are equipped with every tool and strategy there is to get a really great deal on a solo cruise, which is why I have put together a free guide on solo cruise savings with 5 top tips you need to know before you book your next cruise. You can learn more about it at the link in the description. First up on the list, MSC pricing is consistently lower than competitors even before the perks start. MSC's base fares often come in noticeably below Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and even Princess. Sometimes hundreds below, occasionally even thousands below. This, by the way, is strategic. MSC wants to build market share in North America. They are coming for these cruise lines, and that should be music to your ears. That is a wonderful thing to know because more competition ultimately makes it a better product for all of us. And part of that strategy means lower fares that draw in new cruisers. The sneaky part? Their hardware, or their ships, is not discount cruise material. Far from it. On Seashore and Seascape, the 2 ships that I have been on recently, the decor is sleek, the lighting is dramatic, the atriums, they are jaw-dropping, and the onboard talent is legitimately impressive. So yes, the fare is low, but the product, it feels premium, and that is the sweet spot. Next up, the MSC Yacht Club is one of the best luxury values in cruising, period. Let's talk about the crown jewel, the Yacht Club. If you've sailed it, oh, you know. If you haven't, well then imagine this. A ship within a ship luxury enclave with a private lounge, a private restaurant, a private sun deck, priority embarkation and disembarkation, a bar and grill, a 24/7 butler, a dedicated concierge, premium drinks wherever you go, a private pool and hot tubs, and a level of peaceful exclusivity that feels like a boutique resort floating above a megaship. Now imagine getting all of that for less than the cost of a suite on most mainstream lines, and sometimes close to the price of a standard balcony on competitors when you catch a really good deal. Other cruise lines offer similar concepts, the Haven, the Retreat, those sorts of things, but Yacht Club is regularly the most competitively priced luxury enclave at sea. And this is why so many people try Yacht Club once and then never want to cruise any other way. Moving along, MSC ships feel ultra-modern without the ultra-modern pricing. MSC keeps building new ships at a pace that really outmatches most lines, which means newer ships more often for less money. The Seashore and Seascape both feel like floating Vegas lobbies mixed with European design influences. Think reflective crystal staircases, boy do those stand out. The glamorous LED theaters, the bold architectural choices, massive open-air promenades, cutting-edge pool decks. You get next-generation ship design without having to pay for new ship premium prices that I see on many other lines that have rolled out ships recently. That is something that definitely stands out and is something you can take advantage of on an MSC line. To follow that, low fares mean you can splurge more intentionally. One of the hidden reasons MSC is such a good value is something most people never really think about. When your base fare is lower, you can redirect your budget into the things you actually care about. For example, if you want to upgrade to the Yacht Club, you can do that. Booking a better cabin? Sure. Adding the thermal spa pass? Go for it. Going all in on specialty dining? Okay, you got the money to do so. Extending your trip by a day or two? Absolutely. Booking excursions you'd otherwise skip? Finally, lay that money down and go explore. Instead of your entire cruise spend being consumed by the cabin price, MSC gives you room to customize the luxury. On my Seashore and Seascape sailings, this flexibility was a huge part of why the trips felt elevated. You can treat yourself without wrecking your wallet. On the Seascape, when I did a standard balcony, that was one of those situations where I really just booked it because the price was so low. I couldn't believe it, and it gave me more time at sea, which, of course, is what I think all of us truly want. You have 7-day cruises for the price of 4-day cruises on other lines. Why wouldn't you take that? And that is exactly what I did on the Seascape. Continuing now, European-style entertainment and dining is big value for the price. MSC Entertainment sometimes catches Americans off guard, but I think in a good way. It's more artistic, it's more visual, and globally influenced than the typical Broadway-style shows you might see on other ships. And dinners can lean more European in pacing and presentation. Here's the value angle in all of that. You're getting a different style of cruise experience than the big North American lines without paying a luxury or specialty price for it. If you enjoy live music everywhere and high-energy production shows with the international flair of it all, and dining that mixes Italian classics with global inspiration, then MSC gives you all of that at an often lower fare. Plus, their gelato is criminally good. You could argue that alone is value. Continuing, the status match is an instant value boost. Yes, it's true. MSC's status match program is one of the most generous perks in cruising. If you have status with Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Princess, Norwegian, hotel loyalty programs, even some travel clubs, MSC will match it to their Voyagers Club. Now, why does this matter? Because it gives you more. Extra onboard discounts, welcome amenities, priority embarkation in some instances, and sometimes even better rates on your very first sailing. This was something that I did on the Seascape. It was my very first sailing. And what happened? I got matched to my Princess Platinum at the time loyalty. They gave me their Gold Voyagers Club level for MSC. I couldn't believe it. First thing, right out of the gate, I hadn't sailed with them before. Here you go. Welcome to the gold level on MSC. No point collecting, no hoops, no years of sailing. For value seekers, it is an absolute win. To follow that, MSC offers tons of itinerary options at lower costs. From Caribbean short sailings to longer European voyages, MSC often prices itineraries aggressively. This means more choices like Florida departures, Mediterranean staples, Canary Islands, transatlantic repositionings, private island stays at Ocean Cay, and more. They're a global brand with global deployment, which gives you wide variety without luxury pricing. And speaking of Ocean Cay, Ocean Cay is a premium private island experience that feels like included luxury. MSC's private island in the Bahamas, Ocean Cay Marine Reserve, is one of the best beach day values in cruising. You get pristine beaches, clear blue water, soft sand in most places, complimentary loungers, bars scattered all over the place, a lighthouse evening light show, and activities ranging from chill to adventurous. And if you're in the Yacht Club, you also get a private beach, a private bar, and a private restaurant included in your fare. It is a luxury beach day. Zero extra cost. Massive value. It's something that continues to score very highly on every itinerary that MSC does. If it includes Ocean Cay, it gets highly rated by cruise passengers. They love the place, and there's a great reason for it. It's unlike most private islands out there. It is a destination that just feels so much more elevated. Moving along, drink and dining packages usually price lower than competitors. MSC's dining and beverage packages, especially when bought pre-cruise, they tend to cost less than what you'll find on most other mainstream lines. Their specialty restaurant pricing is also extremely reasonable compared to the competition. So whether you want steak or sushi, maybe some teppanyaki, or just a fancy date night meal, it rarely breaks the bank. Again, lower cost, higher return. And finally, you get an international vibe for a fraction of the price of flying to Europe. I think one of the most underrated advantages of MSC's pricing is just the cultural experience that you get on board. You're going to hear multiple languages around you. And I mean this. MSC is such a big deal elsewhere in the world that people travel to go on MSC cruises here in the States. And that was my experience on the Seascape in particular, where in a standard balcony, I had people speaking different languages to the left and right of me on their balconies. I never heard anybody speaking English. They all come from around the world to enjoy MSC. And because of that, you're going to meet passengers from Europe, from South America, and beyond. The entertainment also reflects a global style. It has to. It has to cater to that global palate because not everybody is there speaking English. They're not going to understand specific plays or productions that are all completely done in an English language, and therefore it's more performative. Therefore, it's a little bit more physical in terms of entertainment to express things. You get a taste of international vacationing without the cost of a flight to Rome, Barcelona, or Athens. All this to say, MSC is a value powerhouse hiding in plain sight. If you're looking for a cruise that blends stunning ships with competitive fares, unique entertainment, and a private island getaway that is just such a real paradise, and one of the most accessible luxury enclaves at sea with the Yacht Club, well, MSC delivers all of it. My experiences on the MSC Seashore and the MSC Seascape are exactly what so many travelers discover. The price you pay and the experience you get don't feel like they should match, but in the best way possible. And with the MSC Seascape relocating to Galveston, more people get to try MSC than ever before. And look for more repositioning of the MSC fleet in the future. Like I said, they're coming for the American market. They are coming for these cruise lines that we have come to know as the staples here in North America. And I think that is a good sign for all of us. Again, more competition, that is better for the cruise product in the end, and ultimately for us as cruisers. MSC may not be perfect for everyone, but for travelers who value modern ships and the flexible pricing and a layered luxury experience, the value is downright unmatched. I'm a huge fan of how MSC is pricing things right now because it's good for everybody. It's good for couples, it's good for families, and it's great for solo travelers who are worried about paying that dreaded solo supplement, right? All cruise lines, they sell their cabins, they sell their cruises with double occupancy in mind. So you're paying additionally for one extra person that doesn't exist as a solo traveler. With MSC, that price point, that threshold is already so low to the ground that you don't have to worry about it breaking the bank. It's why I have included MSC into my solo cruise savings guide. You can get your hands on this absolutely free. It is a guide I created just for you to take advantage of those cheap fares out there that do exist, that are waiting for you as a solo traveler. Again, you can head on down to the description, check out that link, and go ahead and download it for yourself. And if you're interested in what that Yacht Club experience is like on board MSC, that ship within a ship luxury experience where you get the butler 24/7, I did it as a solo, I pinched my pennies and I went, and boy, I think you are going to be surprised at what I found. Check out that video on the right, or for other cruise tips and tricks, check out the video on the left. I'm the solo cruiser Wade Heath, and I'll see you next time.